hard for me to reach if I could, and with that matter, no helicopter plane or some new infinity ladder. My spirit's indestructible.
InfiniteXSeeker. Hey, what's up, everybody? Seeker here with another video. So it turns out, you know, I woke up, started my day, and then I started watching this video and I started talking about this bullshit. And it's a very big problem, it seems, in the Mortal Kombat community, right? So let's see what it says here. It says, Ed Boon, right, says, feedback. I was fully expecting more ambush moves to dominate this survey, but at the end of the day, it seems like more fighters. Roster or cameo always seems to be the most wanted feature. And if you look here, it says, for cameos, what do you want to see more? Cameo fighters, ambush moves, and special or more special moves. First of all, fuck these cameos, right? Fuck these cameos. Second of all, this should have been a question about the main roster, right? Because the main roster definitely feels lacking. It feels incomplete, and it feels like they lost like 20 moves they used to have that now they don't have. And first of all, Ed Boon is worried more about cameos, right? Which is fucking stupid. The worst idea possible, at least the way it was implemented anyways. And then the fan base also, instead of asking for characters to have more moves, at least the main roster, because like Johnny Cage feels like a complete character, but Scorpion doesn't feel complete. He feels lacking. Sub-Zero feels lacking. Ermac feels lacking. You know, all these other characters feel lacking and incomplete, and we're more worried about fucking cameos. Like, I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, for the most part, people don't care about cameos. Cameos is the worst implemented fucking thing we have. And Ed keeps asking for cameo stuff. How about we ask about main character stuff? How about we ask about the game? You know, let's fix this whole notion and problem of a one combo breaker. How about we add more combo breakers? You know, how about we add more defenses against cameo fighters? How about we ask about fixing the fucking lag inputs in the game? How about we talk about, again, main fighters? The two main problems with Mortal Kombat, well, three, besides the cameos, well, two, I guess, besides the cameos, is the lacking of main characters, right? We need more characters. We need the characters to have more special moves. We need the characters to have more combo strings, more combo possibilities, etc. And we also need the game to be fixed. Lag inputs, input issues, you know, making the game not be a poking simulator. Because basically all this game, all it is essentially low attacks, grab, cameo, grab, low attacks, grab, and run away from time to time, which would be a valid, you know, strategy if the game wasn't a low poke game. See, people claim that Mortal Kombat 11 was like this, but I'd never had that issue with Mortal Kombat 11. But then again, I guess because I didn't care about being on the top ranks, I guess I never see it. The usual issue that I had was mostly just spamming. I hate spammers with a passion. But, you know, other than that, the game is just lacking in general. And I would argue that the main things you want to work on and you want to fix for your video games is the shitty gameplay and your characters feeling complete. You know, it's almost like you could add more moves to Scorpion, especially from the old games. It's not hard to implement those animations. We saw that with the boys. They did put Mortal Kombat 11 animations in the boys. You know, they can bring back moves from Mortal Kombat 9, from Mortal Kombat X for the characters, etc. Combo strings, etc. There's no excuse. Then the main problem, the game engine. You could fix that. You could give us another mode, 1v1. Thus, because if you add more animations, you make the characters more, what do you say? You don't need the cameo. You wouldn't need the cameos too much. And you could make it so that with more animations, you can essentially play 1v1 mode without, you can make a 1v1 mode without the cameos. And we already know that that exists in the game, because if you play story mode and you start fighting, if you play the fight with Raiden and Kung Lao, there's no cameo there. It's just a straight up 1v1. The only problem is that it's kind of lame because the characters are essentially lacking. Why not talk about a 1v1 mode or a tag team mode? What about adding special moves and combos into characters? Why not talk about that? Because that seems to me the main problem and the main issue of the game. Why not talk about the main issues with the engine, with the gameplay itself? There's a lot of issues with that. But no, it's always, what do you want to see for cameos? Come on, bro. And the problem is that the fan base needs to speak up a little bit more, because it doesn't seem to, because like I said in the last video, Fate and I and other people as well have shitted on this game and talked about issues. And you can look in my video section, you'll see a lot of old videos where I tell you why I hate cameos and what's wrong with this game. But no, what happened? We got made fun of. Fate got basically persecuted, caught all these isms and ists words because, you know, they couldn't destroy him any other way, so they had to go after his reputation to falsely accuse him of shit. And now all these same assholes who essentially were trying to ruin a man's life because of what he said about the stupid game are now coming out and saying, yeah, this game sucks, I'm done, or I'm gonna play this game less. Like, come on. And that's the problem with this community. The community, instead of focusing on actual, or at least bringing up the actual issues with the game and the gameplay and the characters lacking, they're just like, yeah, cameos, more cameos, yeah, more costumes, more this. Like, those are nice, right? But again, and I know you guys hate that I repeat this stuff, but it's to drive home a point. Why not leave that for later and talk about, hey, the characters are lacking, they don't feel complete. You know, we want more combo strings, more moves, more customization options for these characters, because they can do that. They can do that. They can go into the code and add more customization if they wanted to. They could do that. What about gameplay? The gameplay is nothing more than just poke, low attacks again, grabs, and cameo, and that's it. Like, that's the only way to take back your turn, which is fucking stupid. Then you have other issues in the game, right? I already mentioned that there's input issues, lag issues. inconsistencies where you visually see a character do an attack that should have hit the other fucking character and it doesn't. And this game is the only one I've seen do that. You have inconsistencies in the gameplay to where you punch someone or someone punches you and it's your turn to punish them and you clearly press the buttons to punish them and the game tells you psych nah. Like I fought Liu Kang the other day and it was just hit after hit after hit after hit, and the moment I go for a low to attack and get my turn back, nope, his turn again. Like there's issues in this game. And people can cope and say, oh, hit the lab, which I've been doing, by the way. It's just coping because people don't want to call out the actual issues with the game. Because every time you call something out in this fucking game, you have these little these little shills getting angry and talking about how you're just shit at the game and etc. Like this game takes no fucking brain cells to play. Like the only skill is required in this game is the basic skill that any fucking fighting game requires. The most minimal thing. Other than that, this game is lacking in skill. Hell, last night I had a buddy come over, right, that I haven't seen in a long time. And I got him to play Mortal Kombat. And the first thing that comes out of this boy's mouth is, so this must be an easy game. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, because it feels like this game doesn't require any skill. All right, explain that. Okay, well, I'm over here doing combos and moves and shit that you don't typically get to do in other Mortal Kombat games that take skill and time to learn, and I'm over here doing that to you. It's like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I told him, yeah, that's true, yeah. The problem is that people like the community and the people like to cope and try to act like this is the most amazing fucking game ever, but this is the most easiest handheld game, hand-holding game in the Mortal Kombat series. And I want this game to be good. I shouldn't have to wait a year. No one should have to wait a year for this game to be good. Clearly this game is rushed, unfinished. It has a whole bunch of issues with the gameplay. It has a whole bunch of issues with characters. Damage outputs are insane. Damage scaling is bullshit. Cameos. I was fighting someone using a Kung Lao the other day, and essentially all they were doing was walking back and spamming Kung Lao's hat, because every time they spammed it, the game would simply just give it back to them easily and fast. Like, it's fucking insane, bro. Like, there's nothing wrong with actual strategies, but when your game is broken, your game is not fixed, it has issues and etc., then it's a problem. If I don't have the defenses to fight one character properly, how are you gonna add another character for me to fight, which is the cameo, and there's not really defenses to fight two people at once on either side? So people take advantage of the fact that some cameos are broken and etc., so people don't have the chance to fight back. Just look at fucking Kung Lao. Kung Lao, you charge the hat, you jump forward, and automatically, guess what happens? You either have to block low so you don't get hit by the hat, or you have to block high and still get hit by the hat. And the moment that happens, guess what? 40+% combos. Always. Like, I don't understand it. Like, combo break, you get one combo breaker that's relying on a fucking cameo being active. Forward throws require you to have a cameo active. Like, this shit is lame. But anyways, instead of repeating myself even more, you guys get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for being here, listening to me, watching my video. You know, I appreciate the following. Like, share, subscribe, dislike, whatever you want. Tell me where you agree, where you disagree. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Oh, and before I leave, we all gotta ask that beautiful question. Where the white women at? Anyways, again, appreciate you guys for being here, and I'll see you next time. Later.